There we go. Hello, 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 digital yogis. I hope you're all well. So earlier on today, I shared with you the story of Ali from the Journey Junkie. And some of you may know of Ali. She has an online business. She has an online community of thousands and thousands of students from all over the world. And I shared her story with you through my blog. And I'll tell you a little bit about her story in a moment. But since I shared that, and I've shared it online on social media, on the Facebook page and in the Digital Yoga Academy group, I've been receiving some emails and I've received some messages from some of you in the community with reservations around online courses, which is what Ali's been doing successfully. So let me just tell you about Ali. So basically, Ali has spent 4 years, she's a yoga teacher, and she spent the last 4 years, she's an online yoga teacher, spent the last 4 years building her community online. She's been building her email list. She's been she's been using freebies to build her email list, which is, of course, is something that I talk about a lot. And she's been creating and sharing free value-packed content, which she's been sharing online. She's been developing her website and her blog, and she's been really visible online. So she's been on, Facebook Live, Instagram stories, she's on social media, she's there, she's visible, she's present for her community. So she's been doing these things over the last 4 years and building her community up, building her email list up. She has over 40,000 people, yogis, yoga students from all over the world who are in her community, okay? And she's since launched an online course, an online yoga course to her community. And of course, this community, they know her, they like her, they trust her because she's been there online, she's been visible, doing all of these things that we're talking about here on Instagram and here in the Facebook group week after week. So she's been using these strategies, and her course, well, she's since launched multiple courses, but one of her first ever course launches, she generated $70,000 in sales during a 2-week launch period, okay? And she's since gone on from that successful launch to launch multiple other courses to her community. So I shared this with you online earlier. I actually interviewed Ali, and I shared her answers with you through my blog. And of course, I've had some emails back and messages back from some of you about Ali's story with reservations, I guess, many different things. So I started to think about some of the reservations that you might have if you were thinking of creating your own course. And I don't want these reservations to stop you from doing this, because I know that there is great value to you and your yoga business in creating an online course and having an offering that will enable you to reach people all over the world, will enable you to bring extra income into your yoga business. So I don't want these things to hold you back. So I thought I'd jump on here now. It's quite impromptu, but I thought I would jump on here now just to address some of these things that have come up today since I shared Ali's story with you, okay? So I'm going to go through some of these things. And really, I believe that these things are myths. I want to try and just break them down for you, I guess, because, launching a profitable online yoga course can quite literally transform your yoga business. It can quite literally transform your life, okay? Having an online course, gives you the power to take your business online, to increase your income, to reach more students around the world, and just really to make more impact on your students, on those students that are in your course, but also on your yoga business. So, there's many benefits, but there's also quite a few kind of common reservations that can hold some yoga teachers back. Okay, so let's debunk some of those myths for you right now. So the first one that comes up quite a lot is, I'm not expert enough to teach this. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself, if this is what's going through your mind, I want you to ask yourself, what is an expert? Because actually the dictionary definition is someone who's gained knowledge or skills from experience. If you look it up, if you look up expert in the dictionary, that's what it says. Someone who's gained knowledge or skills from experience, okay? And this is most definitely you, okay? Because you have teaching experience, you have teaching knowledge, you have yoga knowledge, you have skills, teaching skills that you can share. And you're most certainly, at least one step ahead of your students, okay? So you definitely have teachings that are valuable enough to share at a premium price for your students. Do we agree with that? If you're watching, I'm just looking into the groups now to see. So we've got some people watching on the Facebook page, we've got some people watching in the group and on Instagram. Do you agree as a yoga teacher that you have knowledge, skills that you can share with your students online? Let me know. I'm going to just turn my light on because it suddenly got very, very dark in here. 1 second. Hey. I'm not sure that's made much difference, but there you go. So yes, you do agree, of course. Marzena Yoga. Yes, Adele, exactly. Where are we? Exactly, you agree. So, so to think that you're not expert enough to, create a course, an online course for your students, that really is something. It's just a fear factor. That's exactly what it is. It's just a fear. And as a qualified yoga teacher, as I said, you have this knowledge and you're one step ahead. And actually, to have an online course and to share an online course, you only really need to be one step ahead of your students, okay? Because your students are looking for, they're looking for the content to be displayed and presented in a logical and organized way that makes it easy for them to consume and makes it easy for them to learn, okay? And your online yoga course, really, it's a way for you to share and to teach what you've experienced through yoga and what you've had results from. And actually creating your course, that positions you as an expert, okay? So if you know more about something than other people, you're already an expert in that particular area for those people, okay? So that's the first one. The second myth that comes up, or reservation when it comes to creating an online yoga course, is that some teachers perceive the technology to be too difficult or intimidating. Let me know if that feels like you. Do you feel like the technology is too difficult or intimidating? Let me know in the comments. So the tech is only overwhelming when you don't know what it entails, okay? Because everything is figure-outable. Is that even a word? Everything you can figure out, okay? And this is especially true when it comes to technology, okay? Because there's so many easy to use tools. Some of these tools are even free and they allow you to create, publish and sell, your yoga course online. You can use platforms that are really simple and beginner friendly, but they're still quite robust and they've got full features that you need to get everything out there. So things like Teachable. Okay, Teachable is the platform that I use for my own online courses, and it's a great platform. I totally recommend it. It's no longer necessary to try and piece together all of the various WordPress plugins to try and make, to try and create a working course platform, which in the early days when I started creating online courses, I did that. I went through that process, which is total, pulling your hair out experience. You don't need to do that anymore, because there are platforms out there like Teachable that enable you to, you know, create your courses and get them out there, and manage your students who are actually in the courses. So really good platform to look at. Lead Pages is another piece of software that I use, which you can use to create sales pages and your freebie opt-in forms. It's a great way to get people onto your email list. And then ConvertKit, that's another system that I use, which you use to create email sequences, and you use it to, you know, grow and nurture your email list as well. So even if you're not a tech person, and I'm guessing that most of you feel like you're not, which is totally fine. That's why there's people like me here to help you with this. You know, there are lots of programs, platforms, and services out there that really help, that really make putting together an online course super, super easy. Okay, so you know, you really don't need to worry about the systems there. And of course, I've mentioned some of those for you: Teachable, Lead Pages, ConvertKit, to name a few. Okay, and then the next comment that's come up today, which actually quite a few of you emailed this to me today since sharing Ali's story with you online, is what I'm calling myth number 3, and that's that, you know, people can do yoga on YouTube for free. Okay, why would I create an online course about yoga when people can go on Google or they can go on YouTube and they can get all of this content for free? Okay, so that's what I hear quite a lot. So think of it this way: the community that you've built, okay, or that you're building through your email list and online, they want to learn from you. Okay, and there really is value in you organizing and presenting your content in your unique way. Yeah, there's also value in your unique voice and your unique teaching style. Okay, so I really feel like this myth is actually a little bit of an excuse. Okay, because whilst it is true that yes, there's a lot of free yoga information and videos already available, people don't really buy online yoga courses just to get facts and tips. They don't do that. People buy online yoga courses because they're looking for a guide. They're looking for someone that can help, you know, cut through the noise, and someone that can help them to achieve their goals or their yoga goals even quicker. Okay, so you providing insight, inspiration, and guidance, this is where you provide value as the creator of your online course. Okay, so try and turn that one on its head, and just remember that you have your unique message, and that's a valuable message for your community that you're building up. Okay, so the next one that's come up many times is around your email list. And I know that many of you in the community are working on building your email list, which is great. It's definitely what you should be doing, and it's definitely what Ali from the Journey Junkie has been doing for the last 4 years. That's enabled her to get 40,000 people on her list, which is just incredible. But some of you worry that, you know, your email list might be too small to go ahead and launch your online course. So obviously, if you have a bigger email list, then, you know, that's a great tool to help you to market your online course successfully. But it really doesn't mean that you shouldn't get started with creating your course and getting it out there, you know, if you know, until you've got, say, 1,000 people on your list. Because, you know, the truth is with this, even if you have a small number of people on your list, but they're high quality followers who are super invested in your content, you can still have success with online courses even if you've got a small following. So it's something that I talk about a lot. I'm on here week after week, as you know, but something I talk about a lot is using free content and using opt-in lead magnets to attract ideal people, ideal students onto your email list. And that really is the best way to build a list of people who are interested or who are going to be interested in your course content. And actually, through the process of creating your course, part of that process and one of the steps is growing your audience. Okay, so even if you are starting from zero, you can still do this. It's totally possible to build an email list of the right people and to build an amazing relationship with them quite quickly, and then go on to create and sell those people the right course for them. And the right course for them is actually a key thing there, because of course it must be a course that your ideal students really want, and that you validated, and that it's priced at a level that they can afford as well. Okay, and this is all of this kind of stuff actually is something that I'm going to be teaching in the webinar that I'm hosting next week, Monday and Tuesday. I take you through the 6 steps to create and sell your online course, and we talk about this. We talk about how to come up with a course idea, how to set income goals and price your course, how to grow your audience and prime your audience ready for your course, how to get your online school set up. What else are we doing? Online school set up, how to create your content, and how to launch. And part of that is also validating it with your audience to make sure that you're creating something that people actually want. If you haven't signed up for that webinar yet, you can do via the link in the bio. So go there if you're watching on Instagram, or if you're watching on Facebook. I will pop that link in shortly for you. Okay, so I'd love to know if there's anything else, any other reservations that you have on creating an online course. I'm just going to quickly check in on the Facebook group, and let's have a look, see if there's any comments there. And in the Facebook page, I've got a 3-way going on here at the moment, guys, so bear with me. Okay, so I've got a question here. So what about if somebody else has already launched a similar course to you? Okay, yeah, so that's a good one. So if somebody else has already, if another teacher has already launched a similar course to you, this is actually a good sign, especially if their course is successful. Because if their course is successful and they have students in it, and they're, generating income from their online course, and it's in a topic that you are really passionate about, and it's perhaps in your niche as well, don't let that put you off, because that's actually telling you that people want that course. And, just because that teacher has got that course out there, it doesn't mean that there aren't, it doesn't mean that all of the students in that niche are buying into that course. There are plenty of students all around the world. There are people who are yet to discover yoga. There are people who don't have a yoga studio nearby, who would love the opportunity to learn yoga and practice yoga online. There really are so many opportunities if you can connect with people who resonate with you and your teachings. So, it doesn't really matter in the slightest if another teacher has already launched the same type of course that you would like to create for the same niche. And, remember that you're unique. You have a unique point of view and skills and experience that those other teachers don't have. And, your people will want to learn from you. So really don't let that block you or hold you back in any way. But instead just see it as a sign that there are students out there who would be interested in learning about that topic. Okay, so I may finish up here unless anybody else has got any more questions about or any reservations that have come up around teaching online. I would love to be able to debunk or help you with any of those reservations right now. So yeah, I think we're all good. Okay, perfect. So what else can I tell you? So if you haven't read Ali's story yet, so Ali is the teacher from the Journey Junkie who generated $70,000 from her course launch, and she's since gone on to create and sell multiple courses since that amazing success that she had with her course launch. There's the article is on the Digital Yoga Academy website on the blog, so you can go and read that there. And then the other thing to say really is come and join me on Monday or Tuesday next week. I'm hosting a live webinar training, and I will be going through the 6 steps to create and sell a profitable online yoga course. So can't wait to share this content with you. I am sharing everything. I really want you guys to succeed. I would absolutely love to see you take your teachings online. So let's do this. Join me on the webinar. If you're watching on Instagram, you can head to the link in my bio and sign up there. And if you're watching on Facebook, I will post the link very, very shortly in the comments. Okay, guys, I'm off now. This was a impromptu little Facebook Live and Instagram Live today. So I hope that's helped break down some of those reservations that you might have. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.